Take a group of very smart and very sexy stars, cast them in a movie about the perfect woman, and what do you get? You get a lot of very candid, very personal talk about men, women, marriage, and divorce. Just look at this cast. Matthew Broderick, Faith Hill, Bette Midler, Glenn Close, and Nicole Kidman. They're the stars of the movie remake opening in June of Stepford Wives. And tonight they get very personal with Deborah Roberts.
Are we ready to work out?
Yes. Single file and prance a while.
Ah, the perfect life.
Swing your partner Stepford style.
For a man, anyway. Every wife is gorgeous. Every house immaculate. Husbands in the town of Stepford have it all figured out.
All of the women are always smiling and having incredible sex in the middle of the day with their husbands.
And that's a problem because?
It's not normal, Walter.
This new version of the Stepford Wives is based on the 70s cult thriller about a fictional Connecticut town where the wives sound like Martha Stewart on steroids.
Easy on spray starch. It must save me half an hour a day at least.
I'll just die if I don't get this recipe. I didn't bake anything yesterday.
The movie came out at the height of the feminist revolution.
Hello, Carol.
Hi, Pat.
Satirizing men's uneasiness with women's newly found status. The term Stepford wife even became part of our vocabulary, shorthand for a certain kind of woman.
I just want to look like a woman and keep my house looking decent, too.
It had an eerie premise. The men of Stepford were replacing their independent wives with more obedient and controllable robots. The new Stepford Wives is less creepy and more campy.
Joanna Eberhardt!
Nicole Kidman is a high-powered network executive who gets fired.
Goodbye, everybody!
Her husband, Matthew Broderick, moves the family to the suburbs,
Welcome to Stepford.
where they meet Glenn Close, who introduces the family to the seemingly perfect life.
So nice to meet you.
Stepford is the family paradise. It has no crime, no poverty, and no pushing.
They meet Bette Midler and singer Faith Hill, who is already a robot wife.
I'm Deborah.
Which way do we go?
When we recently caught up with 5 of the cast, they hadn't seen each other since the film wrapped, and it took some doing to get them to settle down.
Hello, we're going to start now. I feel like the teacher in school.
The film is loaded with some of Hollywood's hottest talent, which might explain the reports of tension on the set.
Was there tension?
Matthew?
Oh, come on.
Every time there's a hard question, Matthew.
I was just happy to be there.
Was there a diva?
A diva never feels like a diva, so that's a hard question for all of us.
You might say all of these stars have reached near perfection in their careers, but what about their lives off-screen? We talked about the issues raised in the film, such as relationships between men and women, and whether there's a connection to their personal lives.
Did it almost need to be a comedy to be remade? That whole theme, is it even relevant today?
Well, I would imagine it is.
But the theme is, would men prefer a woman to be at home? Sorry to cut you off.
I feel like you're this is why we want to turn them into robots, because they speak for us. And
Too much. But that is actually what he says in it. I say,
Is this what you really want? Women who behave like slaves. Women who exist only to wait on you hand and foot.
he says yes.
And I say,
yes,
yeah,
please.
that's what I want.
And a lot of men say that.
Off-screen, at least, the perfect life has eluded Nicole Kidman. She says she felt defined by her 10-year marriage to actor Tom Cruise.
Were you attempting to be the perfect wife? A version of a Stepford wife?
I just wanted to be with the person that I love and who loves me. It wasn't sort of about perfection. No, it was just about he was my favorite person in the world.
Nicole and Tom's divorce was finalized 18 months ago.
It's a strange thing when you come out of something and you're flailing, really. And so you cling to the things, you go, oh, well, I'm okay at this and I'm okay at this, so this is what I'm going to do.
In fact, after the split, Nicole entered her most creative period with a string of meaty roles, even winning an Oscar for her performance in The Hours.
And now I'm sitting back going, okay, this is extraordinary. I would never, ever have thought that I would win an Oscar and be in this position. And every day I'm sort of like you, where I think, oh, well, this isn't going to last. And I'm always preparing for it to end.
Smart.
Yeah, in a weird way, you have to be prepared for all of that stuff to go away, because it is going to go away.
Do you worry about your success intimidating men in the future?
I hope it doesn't intimidate someone. I know who I am and what I can offer to somebody else, and I'm very open to offering that to the right person. But I'm blushing now. I'm a little scared because it may not be the right person that you're choosing or that chooses you. You know, it's just, that's sort of the frightening prospect.